Welcome to Friday Morning Dharma. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with some meditation. Please settle into a comfortable meditation posture. A traditional, iconic image in Zen teachings is the mountain. And we can take the image of the mountain as our mm, role model or cue for our own meditation posture. Perfectly stable, perfectly balanced, grounded, silently observing from a place of ancient wisdom awareness. With each exhalation through your nostrils, please ground down even more solidly, with more stability, with more awareness. I'd like you now, I'd like you now to please gently transition into meditation on the inner body. Become the silent observer of sensations that may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. No interpretation is necessary. All that is asked of you is to silently observe these sensations and allow a more tranquil, awakened state of awareness to emerge. A perfectly valid method of practicing this meditation is for you to observe sensations in so-called isolated parts of your body, your hands, your feet, the region of your chest, and so forth. An even more valid method of practicing this meditation is to observe one universal sensation extending from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers, to the soles of your feet, and all space in between. Whichever method of meditation you choose to practice, please continue to be the silent observer and allow a state of awareness that is free of thought to emerge. The intellect cannot see that which is beyond conceptual mind. You will never realize that which is uncreated through created dharmas. If you wish to attain or realize that which is beyond the intellect and is uncreated, then scrutinize your mind and strip awareness naked. Now, please gently redirect your awareness. Become aware again of this collection of parts we've agreed to label physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of physical body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Deeper and deeper breaths, becoming aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of clouds, of blue sky beyond the clouds, of limitless space beyond the blue sky. We dedicate all of the merit from this morning's meditation and Dharma talk to world peace. May leaders of countries who are at odds with one another soon come to recognize that nothing is accomplished with minds of anger. Instead, may they resolve their differences using minds of patient acceptance, empathy, compassion, and wisdom. And may we individually make the greatest contribution to world peace that we can by resolving differences in our own lives using minds of patient acceptance, empathy, compassion, and wisdom. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Welcome back. So I was at a dinner birthday party on Wednesday evening. Really fun thing here in Silver City. Somebody turned 75, and so they had a big dinner celebration. And I was talking with some people, and a couple was, asking me about meditation. It happens from time to time. And people asking me about meditation, that is. And there was somebody else there um, who was had some experience in meditation, and we asked this person for his opinion on sort of like what's meditation all about, and he gave what is one of the very best elevator speeches for meditation that I've ever heard. You guys know meditation speeches, you know them. Yeah. Um, so this person said, meditation is about, he said, it's about getting to a place, thinking, stopping thinking and getting to a place of awareness. Everything else takes care of itself. That was it. Yeah. If we can stop the thinking mind, which necessarily puts us into a state of awareness or gives rise to awareness, free of thought, everything else takes care of itself. That is to say that insights come and peace comes and a knowing comes, a knowing that goes beyond the thinking mind. That's why I recited that verse from the Ganges Mahamudra in our meditation just now. The intellect cannot see that which is beyond conceptual mind. You will never realize that which is uncreated through created dharmas. Even dharma teachings are mental constructs which point to the thing, but it's not the thing itself. That can only come through experience. So, the intellect cannot see that which is beyond conceptual mind. You will never realize that which is uncreated through created dharmas. If you wish to attain or realize that which is beyond the intellect and is uncreated, then scrutinize your mind and strip awareness naked. Strip everything else other than awareness away. And then real insights, real progress, real peace, deep, deep, unshakable peace will come. Inner and outer peace, of course. So that's essentially what this person was saying in his elevator speech. Yeah. So it's important, I think, for us to recognize that there are lots of different objects of meditation, objects, things that we direct our attention to and focus on. That basically any meditation worth its salt accomplishes the same thing, and any object of meditation worth its salt will accomplish the same thing. Some might be familiar with meditation on the breath. Yeah, the breath. We do the inner body meditation. Um, a couple, two or three times we've done the meditation on radiant ringing, or the celestial sound, that that sound that we typically associate with the ears, the inner ear, but actually it's not associated with the ear or any part of the body. You can check it out now, that omnipresent sound that the conventional medical world says it's hairs within the inner ear that are vibrating and making sound. Conventionally, that might be the case. Actually, it's ringing radiance, the sound of the Om. It's the sound of emptiness. It's the sound of the Tao. It's the all basis, really. It's the all basis. Anyways, these objects of meditation have the potential to all be equally effective in stilling the thinking mind. At some level, it's really very simple. All we have to do is still the thinking mind, which naturally gives rise to non-conceptual awareness. And as the guy at the dinner party said on Wednesday night, everything else will take care of itself. See, the thinking mind is stilled. How it works is that the thinking mind is stilled because it can't figure out the breath, right? It can't conceptually figure out this phenomenon that never stops. It'll stop when we die, of course, but by then we've got other fish to fry. Um, you know, the breath never stops. It's almost like a permanent phenomenon. Really, in some respects, it's kind of permanent. I mean, again, it becomes impermanent when this body ceases. But the thinking mind doesn't know what to do with that. And like when we inhale and exhale, you know, identify the top of the meditation of the breath and the bottom at the exhalation, we can't really clearly identify where the very top is and where the very bottom is. And the thinking mind says, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. And it just stills. Inner body meditation, kind of the same thing. Um, you know, we focus on sensations that initially may seem part of or associated with the physical body, like nerve endings. Nerve endings is a part of the physical body. But as we do the inner body meditation for longer, and if we as we become experienced with the practice, we realize that there's more going on there within the body than just flesh, blood, and bones, right? There is an energy there. It's called prana. There are channels through which prana move that give rise to sensations. They're chakras. You may or may not resonate with these terms. It doesn't matter. But I think with experience of this practice, we know that there is more going on in this vehicle than just flesh, blood, and bones, right? Yet, if we were to have surgery, for whatever reason, goodness forbid, if we were to have surgery and the surgeon like cuts our body open, she or he wouldn't find any chakras or channels or prana. Very subtle. And again, the thinking mind doesn't know what to do with that, so it just shuts up and ceases. So it is with ringing radiance, and so it is with the bardo, right? And that's Yange Mingyur talks about this in he addresses this in the chapter which I've kind of fast forwarded to, learning to swim. We can read that. Those of us who have the text can read it on our own time. The bardo, the principle of bardo, we've talked about it many times, and I know you guys know this, but it just bears repeating, is that maybe the ultimate point, how about this? An ultimate point of understanding, studying, and meditating on the bardo is to recognize that the bardo transition intermediate state. Remember, there's the bardo of becoming, and Yange Mingyur advises us that we are in a constant state of becoming. There is no abiding. The teachings on impermanence tell us that. They support what Yange Mingyur says. We are in a constant state of becoming. And here again, the thinking mind doesn't know what to do with that. Yeah. We want to say that I am this. This is who I am. It's like, it's who you were like just a nanosecond ago, and again, the thinking mind ceases, awareness emerges, and everything else takes care of itself. The good things happen. Yeah. Such powerful, powerful stuff. Just supremely important. How are we doing for time? 2 minutes. I just want to read a little excerpt, an excerpt at the end of the chapter. Um, at the end of the chapter called Learning to Swim. And Yange Mingyur is still kind of freaking out over his change in circumstances. I say freaking out with respect because I think we can all relate to him leaving everything he knew behind and going off, starting this new life. He just at this point in the story, he's at the train station, the Varanasi train station. He stayed in the dormitory for 3 consecutive nights, but there's a 3 night limit on how long one can stay in the dormitory. So he's out. He's out after this and is truly a homeless mendicant or a homeless sadhu. Um, all of these institutions that represented stability for him are just going away one after the other. Now he really is homeless and he doesn't know where his next meal is going to come from. And I found myself thinking about like institutions that I sort of try to, institutions or conditions in my life that I try to stabilize and manage. And, like retirement funds you know, or like Social Security or my home or whatever. And it's like so much time and energy and nervous energy about making sure that all of these things are in order. What would it be like if all of those things went away? I'd get a really clear glimpse of my sense of self freaking out, probably. So, last bit from learning to swim. I had left home and followed through with my plan to go to Varanasi. Now I had no more plans because he can't stay in the dormitory anymore. And he's even traded in his robes for a sadhu cloak. But I could direct my future. I had many options. I could return to Bodh Gaya or to Kathmandu, maybe even head north to my monastery in Tibet. And this is young, it's in italicized, meaning I guess this is um, Yangi Mingyur's inner voice. No, I am not attracted to that kind of shelter, despite the difficulties of the last few days. I want to take rebirth as a wandering yogi. I'm making this decision voluntarily, consciously. The chance to do this retreat is a gift from my previous practices. These are my karmic seeds, and I will not squander them. The joy and excitement about this retreat grew out of my practice. My confidence and courage are the fruition of my studies, awareness, and insight practices, and sleep and dream meditations, emptiness practices, compassion practices, everything. I'm not giving up. The embarrassment is still here. The shock is in my body. The shock in my body is with me, but I can still direct my future, not to continue without these unbidden comparisons, but to continue with them. Unchangeable awareness in the midst of turbulence. I'm directing this body to continue with the embarrassment and the shock of being alone, sun and clouds together, naked and clothed, learning to swim with the waves. So beautiful. And I think we can let Yangye Mingyur's contemplations, that determination, I think we could adopt that script for our spiritual path and our spiritual practice. Yep, not going to be deterred by inconveniences or discomfort. Yeah, we're going to really apply ourselves. We created the karma to be here now on this path, doing these practices. We're going to stay the course. I hope we'll stay the course and trust that good things will happen, even in the periods of discomfort. Learn to swim within the waves. So there it is, you guys. 9:03. Thanks for hanging in there a little bit over. Tonight is class number 4 of Buddhist activism for today's world. If you can join us online or in person, 5:30 to 6:15. Live stream again is welcome. So it's all that's available on the webpage. Have a great day, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
You're
Bye,
most
everybody.
welcome. Most welcome.
Bye.